scared you. Cue the music. Cue the. Did you know that King Charles lost £1 billion yesterday? That's just beer money to him. You know those unboxing videos, and I'm sick of all that. But and it's sealed. You know, it's sealed. So I've decided to do one to try and start a new trend. I just want attention, basically. Okay, you won't see this more than once in a lifetime. A record I bought many decades ago for 5 cents or something, hoping it'd be all right. I was mistaken. Then, maybe a couple of decades after that, I bought I don't know, what was it? Born Free, Matt Munro or something like that. Petula Clark, Don't Sleep in the Subway. But it was in this bag. And I went, hang on, that looks familiar. Green teen is real keen. Now available on Teen Records. Now, cop this. Only one artist, I think, ever appeared on the Teen label, Johnny Devlin, New Zealand's Elvis Presley. Okay, this one is an absolute abomination called Got a Zack in the Back of Me Pocket. A Zack was the, what do you call it, the common term for a sixpence. Back when we had the pounds, shillings and punts, before we got the buck. And, of course, his cover of Such a Night, Elvis Presley, when he just started to go really off. But now available on Teen Records, there's 2 others. This is TC4406, which is strange. Oh, I see. This came out, Johnny Devlin and the Devils with the Penguins. I remember we had a cardboard record back in the 50s when I first got addicted to records, you know, as most of us did in those days, because there was nothing else. There was a record player, and an AM radio. This is and if you're lucky, a black and white television. But yeah, so we had one that fascinated me. It was a square piece of cardboard, and on it was printed a record, and it was just made of plastic, and it was sort of embedded onto the hard cardboard. It was square cardboard with the round thing. It used to fascinate me because there was an American doo-wop band or something called the Penguins. So this arsehole from New Zealand, Johnny Devlin and the Devils, and they couldn't even come up with like original names. It should have been with the Dingoes or the Cockatoos or something, with the Penguins. But I think there was a black doo-wop or something group called the Penguins. But it fascinated me because that record that I used to watch going around and around was actually a square cardboard, and I went, oh, what? This is blowing my mind, and I'm like 5 or 6 or something. I remember that because they were called the Penguins. So there's a bit more history you don't give a shit about, but I do. So yeah, TC4406. Okay, now that was a hit. And I remembered I liked it at the time, but you got to remember I was 6, 7, or 8 or something when it came out, and it sort of appealed to that age group, I would imagine. But on the back here, um, the other now available on Teen Records, Tiger, backed with Lonely Boy on TC001. I wish I had that one. Johnny Devlin and the Devils with the Del Tones. Now there's another example. Um, I think there was an American group called the Del Tones. Could have, probably a surf band or something. I don't know. But the Del Tones were Cole Joy, who was this to anyone overseas or anyone under 70 won't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. But Cole Joy and the Del Tones had a few big hits out here in Australia. He was sort of our Pat Boone, if you want to. Sort of. God, why do I even start this? Johnny Devlin and the Devils with the Del Tones. And then, once you've bought that, you save up all your Zacks until they add up to 10 bob, which is 10 shillings, which is what, or actually at this stage it would have been 7 and 6. That's 7 shillings and sixpence. So that's 7 bob and a Zack. Would have got you this record thing. Once you've enjoyed Tiger, Lonely Boy, you can get TC002, A Big Hunk of Love. Isn't that an Elvis tune? Oh, it couldn't be. Surely not. Hey, let's record A Big Hunk of Love just after it's been a big hit in New Zealand and put out our own version. Wow. I got to be true to the B-side. That could be a deep cut. Definitely a deep cut. Oh, and Johnny Devlin and the Devils with the Del Tones. Sounds like a major production, doesn't it? Talk to the hand. Anyway, you won't see this very often. This is like a sleep video. Yes, that song by that creep, Simon Garfunkel. What's his name? Simon Garfunkel or something. Mother and Child Reunion. And that was some sort of dish from the West Indies where they put egg in a chicken. Isn't that funny? Mother and Child Reunion. It was sort of like that. At last, after decades, almost 7 decades apart, Teen Records is reunited with the bag. You will never see this ever anywhere in all eternity. And anyone else do this. Enjoy. There it is. Great, isn't it? Yes, I've heard that Johnny Devlin, last couple of years ago, was still performing on cruise ships around the South Pacific, to those sorts of islands that no one really wants to go to because they're just shitholes with plastic bottles and debris from South America all over their beaches. But he should re-release this now for any surviving fans and put it out on octogenarian label. Anyway, what a load of crap. Uru. See you, mate.